Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to follow up with a video that I made last week, which was potential stocks that may be gapping up this week. So let's go ahead and recap the stocks I called out last week, and it turned out of the 5 stocks that I did call out, I was correct on 4 out of the 5 in the sense that whenever I call them out, I was looking to see a higher price from the day that I called it out, which was last weekend. So the first stock, real fast, was Pola, P-O-L-A. So if we go to July 6th, which happens to be that Monday, it'd be this candlestick right here. And as you could see, the price increased to the point where you could have made a hefty profit depending on how many shares you bought, where it went from 290 all the way to 368. So not quite a dollar per share, but almost getting there. And the reason why I picked this stock was just I liked how this candlestick completely gapped up massively, and then there was like a massive pullback. So for every like oversold reaction, it tends to be a relief bounce, and that's exactly what we got right here. So definitely a good stock where you could have made some profit. The second one was, I believe, Shiloh, S-H-L-O. Yep, Shiloh Industries. So again, if we go to the July 6th candlestick, which is this is July 2nd. So this is July 6th right here. So this went up a good, so it went from 180 to 234. So not as much as the last stock, but the way you could have played this was, if it broke that Friday's high, which was $1.93, you could still made a decent profit with enough shares. And I call this stock out because I had a feeling that it could reach this 200-day SMA, and it got pretty close. It looks like it's consolidating and may make another run again, but it's not one of the stocks that I'm calling out this week. But in any case, if that's something you guys want to watch, definitely keep a lookout for that. The third one, I believe, was my best one, which was APRN. Let me zoom in. So I liked how this stock was basically forming like a bullish pattern, or I should say a bullish flag. And so if we go to July 6th, which is this candlestick right here, I said it had potential to reach 1240, 1250, which was this resistance. And if it broke it, it had potential to reach 14 plus. And we got both moves, and the high that it reached was on the 8th last week, and it reached a high of $15. So definitely an opportunity to make a good profit there as well too. And let's move on to the fourth stock. All right, and that should be EVFM. Okay, so this, I believe, this is a July 6th candlestick. So even before the week that I called it out, I liked how it sort of like triple bottomed here, pulled back, gave out the reversal signal, and it did gap up. And this candlestick was like a bit of a consolidation, so I felt like it had very good potential to break the 20 EMA, that's exactly what happened. So the stock, if you waited for it to break the last week's high of $3.09, it went all the way to the high of $3.42, which a good 40-cent move for a penny stock is pretty good. So that's another stock that went up. And the stock that I ended up being wrong on, I ended up being way wrong on. It was actually the last stock that I had the least conviction in. But let's see, I called this out at a price of like $12.30. So at the time, the reason why I called it out, there was a reversal signal here, and obviously they're not 100% reliable. So if you are wrong and it breaks that support or stop loss, that signal is just going to go away. So I just had a feeling like it was like sort of going to pull back and then eventually break this 20 EMA and maybe make its way to the 100-day SMA right here. But that, obviously that didn't end up happening, and it broke this key level of support, which is this red line, and I ended up being way wrong. But In any case, 4 out of 5 stocks. I liked my accuracy. So without further ado, let's get started with the next batch of stocks. So typically I like to call out 5 stocks, but I found 15. So I'm not going to obviously go through it in such a detailed manner. It's gonna be like sort of a rapid fire, and I'll explain as quickly as I can why I like these stocks the way I do. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so not all of these stocks have high volume, which is something that I try to avoid because the spreads tend to be a little bigger, which is something you don't want. But given that this is a swing trade and not a day trade, well, it could be a day trade as well too, depending on what you guys want to do. But preferably a lot of these stocks that I picked out were made for swing trades. So without further ado, let's get started with the first. Let me just pull up my phone to look at the list. First one is ES, which is Eversource Energy. And by the way, the stocks that I'm picking out for this week, it really has nothing to do with the fundamentals or where I feel like the projection is going in the longer time frame. These are all based on swing trades in a matter of a week, which is obviously this upcoming week. And it's just all based on my own technical perspective, what I like seeing on the chart. So the first stock is ES. So the 3 things that I like to look at are the daily chart, the weekly chart, and the reversal signal indicator, which in this case we sort of got all 3. There was a bullish reversal signal from the previous bearish reversal signal, which was right here on the last day of June, and we haven't, even though the signal went off, we really haven't gotten that move up. And so I feel like it's been consolidating a bit. And if we zoomed in on the last day, which was obviously Friday, it got just above the 200-day SMA, obviously the 100-day SMA and the 20 EMA. So I like the way it ended last week. So I feel like now it's finally got that room to break this resistance level. I can't really predict how high it's going to go next week, but I do predict obviously it's going to be higher than the last day, which the high here was about 85.71. If you switch over to the weekly chart, okay, sorry, my mouse does this with the software, so just bear with me. So this is a weekly chart, and I like this as well too. Another reversal signal went out here. Again, it's consolidating a bit, and I feel like it's finally going to break out, especially because of the fact that the last weekly candlestick formed a doji stick. So I do expect some kind of move up. So that's the first stock. The second one is NI. Like I said, I'll try to go as fast as possible with rapid fire. So this is the weekly chart. Again, I like it because of the doji stick, and plus it was green. So I could see this moving up from $24, hopefully breaking the 20 EMA and at least making it to $25 at the very least. Switch over to the daily chart. And as you can see, signal went off on this day. A bit of consolidation, and now it's basically formed a very bullish candlestick. So hopefully we could see a move up to at least the or at least hopefully past the 100-day SMA and at least towards the 200-day SMA. So that would give us a good move. Second stock is SAFT, S-A-F-T. Again, I like the stock because reversal signal went off right here. A bit of consolidation. This was basically supposed to be the stop loss level right here. It just touched it by a notch. You could also draw like a key level of support right here. It bounced here, bounced here. Let's see if we extend this to the left. So, yeah, the open of this candlestick also bounced here, and the open of this candlestick bounced here as well too. So it seems like it's a good level of support. So the fact that the last candlestick was a very bullish signal tells me there's going to be continuation next week. It could be a good 2-point move or higher. So that's one stock to look out for. Next one is MNRO. Reversal signal right here. Bit of consolidation. It broke the 20 EMA. So I feel like there's going to be continuation at least to this 200 SMA, which would give us a very good move from 57 to 63. Can it go as high as 63? That's a little hard to predict, but I'm very, very confident it can at least break the high of last week's 57.61. So there would be room for potential profit right there. The weekly chart. Again, I like the fact that it closed as a doji stick right above that 20 EMA. So, you know, the thing about the weekly chart that I'm a little hesitant about is, so there was a bullish reversal signal, it went up, and now we just sort of got this. This is naturally a bearish signal since the last one was a bullish signal, but it's not red. And typically when it's purple, it means that there's not much conviction behind that reversal. But in any case, if this thing does reverse, I still think it has room from $58 to $60, which could give you a nice 2-point move. But yeah, time will tell for sure. That's one stock I think you should keep on your watch. Next stock is TXN. I'm going to try to speed up the process a bit. Okay, I guess I'm showing you the weekly chart first on this one. I like how it sort of broke these resistance levels right here. So I could definitely see a move up higher. Switch over to the daily chart. And if you guys have obviously your own trading software, you guys could pull up these stocks as well on your end, and whatever indicators that you do use, you could see if they're compatible with the stocks that I found. If you like it to your strategy, then that's definitely something you guys can look at. But this, I like to call this like sort of the inside candlestick, and typically when it's when there's like a green inside candlestick, there's a high chance that it's gonna break out. At least that's just from my experience. So inside candlestick is basically where the candlestick is within the high and the low of the previous candlestick. And the fact that this is a green doji stick, I like a lot. So again, the last reversal signal was on June 30th, and I definitely feel like it has room to run for sure. So that's definitely one stock to keep on watch. Definitely has good potential. You know, it could go from 131 to 135 plus. So definitely want to keep on watch. All right, let me pull up my phone again to see what else is there. All right, MCHP. Okay, Microchip Technologies. So reversal signal here on the last day of June. It's a bit of a pullback. Shot up on I believe this was a Thursday, and it's consolidating a bit here and looking for a higher move up. Hopefully it'll get to a point where it's going to retest the high of 113.28. That'd be pretty nice, because that would definitely be a huge move up. The weekly chart isn't that bad either. And it's like a bit of a doji stick for sure, and so I could definitely see a move higher for sure. All right, the next stock is one that's pretty popular, which is Berkshire Hathaway. And this is going to be the Class B stock. So the difference between the Class A and Class B is pretty massive. Class B is for the typical, consumer that wants to, get in on the shares, whereas, the Class A stocks are the ones where the higher institutions purchase the stocks, and they also have voting power as well too, whereas Class B doesn't. As you can see, like the stock price is ridiculously high per share, which is 6 figures. So, but I do like the setup for Class B. So this is the weekly chart. Again, I like the doji stick. I could potentially see this going higher next week and breaking this 20 EMA. That's the weekly chart. The daily chart looks nice too. Reversal signal went off here. Bullish candlestick on Friday. Definitely could see a continuation move higher from 182 If this 100-day SMA is going to serve as resistance, that's still a good 4-point move right there, 4 or 5-point move right there. If it breaks it, the potential is even higher. So next stock is going to be, pulling up my phone, ETR. So yeah, I like how this served as like a sort of a triple bottom, where this candlestick bounced off this $91 level, and then it made a move up higher. Then it sort of consolidated, kind of made like a lower high, and then it broke this 20 EMA with this bullish candlestick. Could definitely see a continuation move higher. So that's definitely one to keep on watch. The weekly chart. Again, love the doji stick. Could definitely see a move higher, break this 20 EMA, so that's something to look out for. All right, definitely halfway, so gonna speed up the process a bit more. Next stock is Global Blood Therapeutics. This is a weekly chart. There is a reversal signal here, so it's possible that this could pull back from the short side and then make its way move down, but I do believe that it has room to go next week from 71 to 75. So that's something to keep on lookout. The daily chart is not bad either. Again, this was a reversal signal, and I feel like the move may be ending soon, but I definitely feel like it has room to run to 75, so we'll see how it goes. Next stock is BKH, Black Hills Corp. Reversal signal here on the daily chart, like this candlestick right here, like the move for a continuation from 60 to 63, so a good 3-point move. Weekly chart, not so bad either. Again, like the doji stick, definitely see a move higher past this 20 EMA. All right, next stock is going to be NNVC. I know these are a lot of stocks, guys, so again, I typically just choose 5 stocks, but I definitely like the setup for all these. I wanted to share them, so I definitely think they all have great potential. This weekly chart, even though this is sort of like the inverted doji stick, the fact that it ended green, I feel like there's a good chance that it could make a relief bounce, maybe even break the high of this weekly candlestick and make a move higher. So the daily chart to me looked a lot better, which is why I think I picked it. So this looks a lot different from some of the other stocks. If you sort of look at NNVC, I believe it's a low float stock. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to look it up. But as you can see, like over the past couple of weeks, months, it's been just gapping up massively, pulling back, gapping up, pulling back, gapping up, pulling back. And then it gapped up here again. It pulled back, gapped up here again, and it pulled back. And now I feel like that gap up is sort of approaching again, and I think it's going to happen this upcoming week. So I could see this penny stock going from like $7.80 to $9+, or maybe just $9. So again, for a penny stock, that's a big move. So definitely something to keep on watch for sure. Next stock is SNE. This is Sony. So this is a breakout right here. The high was 73.86. It broke that on the last day, and then there was a reversal signal here as well. So there's a very good chance the stock could definitely continue to make a move higher. The weekly chart, I believe, looks good too. Yeah, definitely. So I definitely see a move higher for Sony as well. So that's definitely one stock you guys should keep on watch. Let me switch over back to the daily chart. All right, almost done. CM. So it is a bit extended, but maybe not as much conviction on this stock. You know, now that I'm getting a second look at it, I feel like it could pull back this week, but I'm still going to call it out. You guys could definitely make your own assessment as well too, but if it does break this last candlestick's high, then you know, we could probably see a good move up. And the weekly chart, forgot how that looked, so let's check it out. Yeah, so I mean, it is a bit extended, but I guess if you draw out a resistance level at 301, there might be a chance that it could break it. But yeah, I mean, there was a reversal signal here as well too, so maybe there's still a continuation play for next week. But yeah, I put the stock on my watch list, but obviously getting a second look at it, I feel like it could be a bit extended, but who knows? There could still be a chance it can go up, so that's definitely one to keep on watch. But probably not as, you know, I'm not as confident as some of the other stocks that I've called out. Almost done here. BGCP. Again, this is a weekly chart. You know, it's sort of double bottomed right here with this weekly chart and this weekly chart. So I feel like it's going to make a move higher to this 20 EMA, which is 320. Again, that's a good move for a penny stock. There was a reversal signal here as well too on the weekly chart, and I feel like we haven't gotten that move yet. It's just a bit of consolidation, so I feel like it's coming for sure. Time frame, switched it over the daily chart. Yeah, again, this looks pretty good. The reversal signal going off. I don't like the fact that it sort of touched the 20 EMA and it stayed there, so definitely want it to break next week, so definitely want to keep on watch, and maybe it could approach this 100-day SMA right here at $3+. All right, the last stock is HTZ Hertz. So I know Hertz has been getting a lot of news, but again, whenever a stock gets really beaten up, there's always going to be a relief bounce, and a reversal signal did go off recently. This is sort of a bit of a consolidation period right here, and I feel like next week it could potentially break the 20 EMA and make a decent move. Again, for a penny stock, it's going to be a good percentage. Weekly chart, let's switch over to see how it looks. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. You know, a bunch of red candlesticks right here. We're far removed from the 20 EMA, so I feel like a good relief bounce is coming. So anyways, guys, that's 15 stocks. I'll mention one more as a bonus, which is SPCE. This is Virgin Galactic. Obviously a very speculative company, could have high potential, but I'm not even talking about it from the long-term perspective, but just from the short-term perspective. I like the weekly chart. There was a reversal signal here, so I definitely see a move higher. The daily chart as well looks good. I don't think I like the last candlestick though, as you can see. I was actually looking at the stock last week, and I meant to have put this stock in my last week's video recap, but I just wanted to keep it at 5. Obviously, different story this week, but yeah, it did gap up. I hope the move's not over, and I could hopefully see it going to $22, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, it would help me tremendously if you guys find this video valuable. I promise you I'll continue to make it on a weekly basis. All I ask is for likes. If you guys could subscribe to my channel, leave any comments down below if you have any questions. It's really going to help my channel out, and obviously let the YouTube algorithm know that you know, these videos are good, and they'll obviously share them with more viewers. Again, it would just support the channel overall. So please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys back for the next video. Take care. Bye.